Yes, Ricky, are you there?
Afternoon, we come to you with this breaking news today. After Moist Beta 4, Part 2.
Can we get the other Ricky, not the intern?
Oh, okay, sorry. After
Thank you.
Moist Beta 4, Part 2, the fight with Raucorth started, and after realizing we were out-resourced, we decided to take things into a different direction. Entering Raucorth's dream/mind state, we found him consumed by his own guilt over Longel's passing. The group told him he wasn't responsible, and Lavinia eventually came out and talked with him. The group disbanded to themselves for the rest of the day, as the competition kind of just ended. One individual stayed and kept forging after Bray's speech in the forge room. His name was Clyde. Through conversation and lessons that he took from Bray, we found out that he might be the first free true mortal. Jack started his own dojo, and Yunovo shows interest in attending, and they grow closer in conversation about Yunovo's grandfather, Waldo, who was really close to her. To him. Whatever. Celia and Ezekiel go on another date. This time, Celia wants to show Ezekiel exactly what childhood is supposed to be like, considering he never had a childhood at all. He was never a kid. He came out and was just Ezekiel. And then last but not least, Atark talked to the Traveler and ended up talking him into making a poor decision that led to his death on the vision board. He got ran through. More than your mom in college. Anyway. That's it. Back to you.
And, okay, sorry. So quick elaboration for the absent player. I know what this conversation was. Do the characters, do we game modes? Do we know?
We all share perspective. Yes.
I'm not paying attention to it 24/7. I go insane looking.
Which conversation?
Him convincing the Traveler to die.
It just happened. That's literally where we ended.
Okay. I just didn't know if I already knew about it in game.
And he
No.
didn't convince the Traveler to die.
Well-
He had mentioned that he wants everybody to make it to the end,
It's wild.
which shifted on the vision board. The Traveler hesitates before he kills Torm, and Torm kills him, and then takes his power, opens up a door to where the First Fate and Revlin are standing at the door
Naked.
of the Fates.
Oh, no, not naked. Oh, wrong door.
Fanfic.
Oh,
That's
fanfic, right,
that's your personal fanfic. Yeah, it just happened. So, for those of you guys that do, you guys all share perception. It would be such a visual change that you would see it. Your perceptions are split in your own visions. They can be ignored. But even through its description, this is the first time we've seen the vision board change. There is a large glowing light, and it does visibly change. Everybody good? Anything else need to be ironed out? You have any questions, Matt?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I'm sure I would.
Yeah. So I think before we jump right into where we were picking up, after the Raucorth battle, would Skamos have anything to do? The Traveler stuff is pretty much happening into the dead of night. So you have a large portion of time if you have something that you would like to do.
I don't think for the first that time being he would. Yeah, because he's gonna want to talk to Mela, but he's probably not gonna do that until the next day.
Okay, awesome. So then we will pick up right where we left off then.
Celia and Ezekiel.
I did want to get there, but just to hit you with the clip notes, they have a good date.
Not if I have anything to say.
Yeah, we'll role play what actually happens with alternate timeline Ezekiel, on break. If you want to see me and Jason making out by the end of it. As picking back up. You guys can see the vision board as it does change the battle as it plays out until the very end. The Traveler standing over Torm, Fate Blade drawn, and you can see that moment of hesitation as the blade does come down, Torm grabbing it, and in a blur of orange, the Traveler has the extremely large greatsword-esque Fate Blade that Torm creates, and his own Fate Blade inside of his chest. You guys can see the light of the Traveler's eyes as it do quickly dim and as he just slowly floats in space. Torm reaching out his hand and taking the power to travel, opening up a door. And on the other side, you guys can see Revlin and the First Fate as he begins to slowly walk forward, as the vision just begins to replay as all of the others. If you're not explicitly asleep, resting, it's pretty visual what's going on to you. As you can see, the Traveler kind of adjusts his stance and just looking at it. You guys can see him taking it in for the moment and kind of side-eyeing Atark. No real insight needed. You guys can tell he's just waiting to see what Atark says next.
Farron does not side-eye Atark. She turns her whole body towards him and just starts pushing him back. That's the future you want?
No.
We're not here to doubt the plan.
As I said, as that starts, I'm gonna pop up right in the middle of it.
You guys can see Drusilla is...
I'll pop up as well.
Okay, easy enough. As Bray as well.
Whoa. Listen. This happened in the middle of, what, one conversation that you had? We have 50 years. If we get too locked in on what this shows every single day, it's going to make our lives tumble over. I mean, yeah, this is something we want to avoid, obviously. But I'm sure this isn't the worst thing we're going to see on this board over the next 50 years. We are probably going to see it change drastically. So just at least take that perspective into mind as we continue to talk about this.
I'm more concerned on what his hesitation was. Was he trying to save Torm? Did he think that that's what Atark was trying to tell him? I'm confused. What Atark said is so traumatic to the Traveler that he would hesitate.
Before we go any further, make sure we're talking into the mics. That way it's not weird.
I said I wanted to save everybody.
Are you trying to
Even
save
the
Torm?
guy that kidnapped your son?
Even the guy that kidnapped my son.
Why?
Everybody deserves a second chance. The way I see it, he did not do that of his own accord.
No, they don't.
He was being influenced by the same person he's being influenced.
Well, yeah,
Why
because
isn't
he
that
was a
just-
saint before that.
Do you think we could completely remove all the influence from him? Because if not, there
Yes,
always
yes,
be
I do.
that.
I believe that we can. I believe he's the one who has to do it. I don't know how we're going to convince him to do that, but I think he can do it himself. It's just finding a way to convince him to do it.
So like a last-ditch effort plan?
The way I see it, with the First Fate can convince him to do all of this, why can't we? Why can't we convince him to undo it?
That still doesn't turn all the other bad guys good guys.
I know. That's not.
Will we be trying to save them too?
Yes.
Definitely not what we.
I understand how that sounds, and I understand how it's coming across. You can't have one without the other. Like, we can't just. What I'm saying is the people that are currently doing evil and dumb things are written to do that. They're not doing it because they're not,
Torm is one of us.
but he's still being influenced.
I understand what you're saying, Atar. I mean, to be honest, I'm probably the one that at least agrees with trying to find or explore this option the most. But there are going to be people that we just can't save. And whenever we're talking about the one that stands directly across from us in the ring, the one that's going to stand toe to toe with us up until that door. I still, for the time being, think that we should try to take that power and use it to rid the influence. I don't know. This is... I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
What doesn't feel right is watching somebody kill their best friend. That's just how I see it. If there's a way to fix it or a way to keep that from happening, why not try it?
So you would rather let the traveler die
No,
to give Torm his cutesy little second chance.
No. that's not what I said. That's not what I want.
That's what's
either.
gonna happen.
That's just for now, because we don't know. We haven't figured out another way to change the outcome. There's still a chance to find another way. It's not this way or that way. There's
So-
always another way.
You think we're gonna win this with the power of friendship
If you want to put it like that, yes.
with the enemy?
Yes.
Atark, what if I hold grudges?
You'd be no different than me and Ezekiel.
But I want to kill him.
There are people that I wanted to kill too.
No, like I really, really, really want to kill him.
How are you going to convince Ezekiel to not kill
Thram?
Drim?
Dram.
That's the question I have.
Does he
It's-
deserve a second chance?
Well, because to
Yeah.
be honest, like, I could almost see Torm. But thinking about our situation, looking at Ezekiel, I don't see him giving up Drim for anything. And in fact, it's kind of scary, because, like, I look at Ezekiel and I'm like, fuck, this man's just going to murder that guy, like, no matter what we do, so.
I want to rip the weave from Ivan.
I
I'm
don't.
sorry. There's just
No.
there is a little bit of darkness in me, but
That
see, some people deserve it. I
I-
said I should talk more.
I'm not disagreeing with you here. I'm hearing you out. And I understand how you feel. But like I said, I'm seeing it as they're not doing it themselves. They didn't do it themselves.
But okay, so seeing as Torm is just like us, we've been under influence of other things too. And fought the influence. He don't want to.
If Torm doesn't have anybody to help him fight the influence,
He got your kid right now.
my kid is also being influenced.
Yeah. But your kid actually has a level head on his shoulders before he went out there.
No, he didn't.
He knows both ways.
Look, Atark, Think of it like this, okay? I know that you've been to war. There are soldiers that we kill every single time we go to battle that don't want to be there. That are influenced in some way, manner, or form to fight because they have to. Because if they don't, their family would suffer. If they don't have enough money to feed their kids. If they don't, they may die because they're being forced to. Every single fight that we have been in that is a battle of war, we're killing people that don't want to be there, that don't need to be there, that are being influenced in some way, shape, or form of being there. That's just the way of the world. And the only reason why I bring this up to you is that along the way, we're going to have to kill people. We're going to have to take people out. And I know that you want to save everybody, but that's just not going to be possible in the grand scheme of things, right? And at least, I mean, and I want to rid this universe of the influence of the fate. Like, I want that shit gone. And I stand with you on that. But the world isn't all sunshine and rainbows, man.
I know. That's not what I was saying at all.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'll sit down. I'm sorry.
I don't know how else to put it. I don't know how else to put it.
Do your best, because I'm struggling to understand.
I just don't understand why it's set in stone that we have to do it this specific way.
I mean, influence, second chances, all that stuff aside, I guess my hang up here is that man took your child. Now, I don't have a kid. I'll never have a kid. I would make a terrible mother. And I don't understand the love that a parent has for a child. But I know that there is one person in this universe of my flesh and blood. And if Torm had taken Gallendale, I would stop at nothing to make sure that Torm died.
At this point, you guys can see a relatively large crowd has begun to gather, listening to you guys having this conversation. A lot of big names, a lot of nobodies. With Shallow Axe being so close, you can assume something changed and everybody's here. It's the talk. And the people who are supposed to be doing stuff are arguing. So to the common folk, it's like a Jerry Springer episode. Just being real. They've been here
Hold
for
on,
a
my
month.
episode's on.
Yeah, they've been here for a month, and besides yesterday with what happened with Raucorth today with what happened with Raucorth and Wardell, everybody's just living normal lives. You can have it back. I just wanted you to know what was happening around you.
First of all, you've been a great mother to me. Just want to put that out there. Second of all, maybe this is something we come back to. I can feel like the tensions are getting high. Maybe Atark, take some time and see if you can't find a better way to explain what your thought process is. And we'll take some time to cool off. It is late at night. I was about to go to bed. Maybe we just need a night to sleep on things, and we can talk again tomorrow. And I'm not shutting down the conversation. If we want to keep talking, I'm fine. I'm just, as Bray will kind of like acknowledge the crowd that is coming.
Yeah. I'll just start kind of like talking to like the people who just the common people, and just kind of like being like, it's all right, everything's okay, and just kind of like ushering.
A couple of them very much, I say a couple, a large majority of them do catch the drift and are making their way. A couple of them are slowly moving into a huddle of, yeah, it's okay, but like, we're good here. As the crowd does thin out, you guys can see Kylina, Gallendale, Ulrich, Matoy. A lot of your big name NPCs are here. Roy, you guys can see people that are involved in the vision board are here, and those who have showed interest are here as well.
Yeah, and everyone will hear. If the conversation does go on, just be careful. Think about what you say. Don't just blurt things out. Think it through.
I just walk away.
Maybe I shouldn't talk so much right now.
You guys can see Farron making her way off. Does anybody have anything they want to do in this moment?
I'm going to go to the nearest bar and start drinking.
Okay, easy enough.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
just
go find my mom.
Having fun with the commoners.
Okay. The commoners that do decide to stay, with your very charismatic self and godliness, it's super easy to just get them to leave. Just being like, hey, let's go have a drink. Like, whatever was going down, it ain't for you. And they're like, right. Amaru also said that. Two of you saying it? We should do that. So, as going to find Dara. Everybody else around the vision board, what are you guys doing?
You all right?
Am I okay?
Yeah.
No, I guess I pissed everybody off again.
I mean, with your way of thinking, it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
Find another way.
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, you know where I stand. If I'm on the side of closing the book. But that being said, if I expect you to walk through the door at the end, you should expect me to help you until the end. So, I'll be with you.
Like I said, I'm not going against anything that we have said at all. The way I'm seeing it, I'm not going against anything we've already agreed to. I'm just trying to figure out everything that I possibly can to try and save this world and as many people as I can in it.
You're not wrong.
I thought that's what we originally had agreed to, but I guess that's just me.
Atard, you're not wrong. Nothing you said was just wrong. So don't feel that way if you do. I want you to know from my perspective, like, I understand. I at least understand where you're coming from.
I'm just trying to figure out how to make it happen.
And that's going to be something that we're going to be trying to figure out over the next 50 years, man. That's why I said don't get too caught up on what you see on the vision board. Yes, it's important. It'll help us keep in line, keep on the trail, but I know that you might not be bothered by it, but I'm just saying, like
I said, it just... I'll just put us out there, the self-sacrifice. I can't speak for the Traveler, but from what I've gathered... Like I said, I can't speak for the Traveler, but from what I've gathered... from an outsider's perspective, I think Torm and the Traveler were actually really good friends at one point. And I just don't think it's right for... Well, really any of the visions I see up there, I don't think any of them are right.
Can I... My last bit of advice? I think you should sit down with the Traveler and talk with him. I think you should...
It-
I think you should do it again. I mean, it was before this, right?
That's why it changed.
We'll maybe see how he's feeling after we see the vision. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you can always go back and... I don't know. I don't... Look, but I just want you to know that I'm here and I understand, okay? Bray will just pat the top of your shoulder. Well, the side of your hip, because he can't reach your shoulder. And he'll just kind of give you a nod and sleep on it. And Bray will fly off, giving Amaru a nod.
I wasn't trying to make you second guess yourself.
Who said you were?
It's how it be feeling. But neither here nor there.
I think it is very much here or there if it's getting all of you so worked up. You know?
Yeah. I wasn't trying to step on anybody's toes or piss anybody off.
Well, it's as I told you before. It's just a matter of perception. Things you do, people are allowed to think you're wrong.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Well, that doesn't just go for you. They're allowed to be wrong as well.
Yeah, they are.
I'll leave you with a bit of advice. Just cherry on top for what Bray's given you. Whatever you're trying to do, I would get the ball rolling. I don't think 50 years is enough.
Me either.
But it's alright, you have a fallback plan. So it's either a success overall and just a personal failure that you'll take to the next world, or something you'll regret as the door closes behind you.
I'm not gonna say this to sound pompous. I don't think I'll regret it if I do the best that I can. Even if I do fail, as long as I did everything that I could. I understand what you're saying.
You can see as he turns away from the vision board, walking to the side of you, much as you had seen through your perception to Bray. That's putting his hand on your shoulder. Took you a long time to grow. But you're not talking as stupid as you usually do.
Wow.
Stay on that road and you might sound eloquent at some point.
Wait, what?
You might sound eloquent at some point.
I'll do my best.
I hope to see it. You can see us releasing his shoulder and walking further into the encampment.
If 50 years isn't enough, then we need to get started then.
Yeah.
We want to save everyone.
Guess I didn't word that properly. As many people as I can.
There's a difference. You want
Yeah,
everyone?
yes, I know there's a difference. If I had it my way, yes, it would be everybody. But I know that is a pipe dream.
In the mind link, I say, I'm choking Ivan at least once.
Bart Simpsoning him? Like,
Well, the Happy Gilmore's.
Well, I have to know exactly what you want to come up with an idea or a plan. What am I planning for? Some people or everyone?
Like I said, my hope is everybody.
All right.
And I think I have an idea for a start on how to at least plant the seed to maybe start removing some of the First Fate's influence on Torm. It's going to require a lot of power and it's going to require Farron.
Well, what's the idea?
A dream,
A dream. Okay.
just a simple dream.
And what's the dream supposed to do? Just sit in his mind and make him think?
Pretty much.
You need a pretty strong message. Especially since we already tried this once. We tried to flip him already.
I said it was a start to an idea. I don't know how to reach him, but
Well, I don't know. Torm is what we know about him. He's always been about people, right? Protecting people, even if in his own way. Whatever he thought was right.
yes.
Right. I think it would be maybe the way I see it, we would have to go through the people first.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that's where I would start.
So it's just something that I got rack my head about.
Because we would need a way.
To show somebody who thinks that they're doing the right thing to protect people, they're doing the wrong thing to do what they want.
Well, I think we need to plant not just one seed, but if we could do multiple. If we could send like a broad message to everyone. Because I think the only problem is them being tied to the book. They would need free will to change.
Yeah. And we just saw the start of it today.
We did, but we're here. You want to bring free will to people
I'm not
8,000 years in the future.
I'm not sure. Was it just the fact that they're around us, or is it the fact that they know everything?
That's a good question. I bet it's some of both. Clyde was his name. He was able to.
Best remember.
I didn't want to say Clive, and him just get jacked. Yeah. I mean, he was able to make the choices that he made because I think he knew what was going on, and I think our influence just overall just naturally got rid of we like overpowered the influence that was on him.
Well,
And we're restoring like the world back to what it should be with divinity, gods and mortals intermingling.
Torm's on the material plane right now, right?
No. I mean, he might be. I don't know where exactly he is, but he's not.
Well, the other gods are down
But they've always
because
been.
Celestia's gone.
No, it's like hovering.
They're like one.
But
So they are one.
Torm's pantheon has always been above. He's always been above mortals. He's never been.
Well, that's not what I was thinking. I'm thinking that. I mean, I guess if we can somehow or another show the people that are on the material plane with Torm everything, maybe his influence alone, since it is so great, could start to blur the lines on its own. If that makes sense.
The only thing I'd be worried about that is the people here are getting our ideas and ideals, right? If we blurred the lines for them, Torm could just give some big speech and sway them. Unless we showed them, I mean, they would have to see everything. They would have to see our side and his side so that they could make their own decision, you know?
Would that be so bad?
I don't think, no, not at all. But what about the people who side against what you want?
Then it would be of their own free choice.
So is that then different? We're not trying to save those people anymore?
Well, no. Because then it would be them doing it of their own free will. Of them being like, hey, I want you to deck me in the mouth. So, okay, I'm going to deck you in the mouth. You want me to do this.
Okay, so you want... I get what you're saying. You just want them to decide what...
That's basically it, yes.
Okay.
I want it to be their choice. So if we can... If Homer's completely free of the first fate's influence and he had all of the information, would he have still made the same choice?
I think he did.
No, I said if he had all the information.
Oh.
If he had everything from both sides, would he still have made the same choice? Because now he's just under the control of the first fate. Because we didn't have all the information to give him at that time.
So what makes you think he's under the control of the first fate?
The fact that he's soul bonded with him?
Okay. I mean, Farron did have a good point. He is an Astorian. So did he not make the choice? Or do you think he was manipulated to the point?
I think he was manipulated by the information he was given to that choice.
Okay.
No different than what we once were. We've been manipulated many a times to do something because somebody else wanted us to do it.
Okay. Because I think if you're trying to get to Torm, I mean, from what I know about him, has always been about the people. If we can sway the people, I think we can sway him.
So I think if we can go for Torm, that's basically going for the head of the snake.
Yeah. But first we have to figure out how to get the message to the people. I mean, we're in a lot of mirrors and we're 8,000 years in the past. Something like that.
Honestly, I think with the 3 people I'm thinking of, they could do it.
Okay.
Like the years thing, we would definitely need Skamos' help. The mirrors, well, we can ask the guy who can send light through or can see light through any dimension to help.
Okay.
And then Farron.
Okay, we need to have a concrete, solid plan. This is what's going to happen.
Yes.
I'll run everything through All Knowing and see if they'll give me something.
Said I think it's going to take a lot of power and it's probably going to take some time to get to the point to where we can do it. But I honestly believe that they can do it. And just like you said, well, much bigger than what I originally thought. Instead of just one seed, all the seeds.
Yeah.
You guys do hear Revlin standing in front of the board. If your plan happens the way you want it to now, you'll lose the act of surprise, if that matters to you. Having a chokehold on information and allowing those to know it when you want them to know it is a lot stronger than I think you would put it up for.
I mean, he's got a point. We can maybe right before we go back, or as everything's happening.
Probably be a better choice.
We are talking about a madman. He may be crazy, but with enough time, I think he could figure something out. And worst comes to worst, you can't sway anybody if they're all dead.
What are our resources? We have, like you said, Albondo, Baron, and Skamos. Maybe. I mean, what if they didn't hear it coming from us? What if it was the people we're influencing? What if the message was from actually free people?
Well, that's what I didn't think like it would actually be like us like telling somebody something. I was picturing it more of us just showing them.
Amaru, go ahead and give me an intelligence check. With advantage. I'm less dumb. $6 billion.
Well, yeah, after divinity.
Silvery barbs.
That's crazy. I cast negative modifier.
Okay, so it's gonna be a 21, and then I'm gonna spend 450 points of divinity to make it a 51.
Okay. As you are thinking about this and really kind of further grasping how all-knowing works, you pretty much feel it immediately. You're missing variables. You just don't know what those variables are. As like shooting them through your head, something does come to mind. Kylena turning and telling Farlow that it's okay that he did his best, and then her taking Mount Celestio away. You're talking about it not being us. It might be a hint to a variable. That's the only thing that sticks out to you in the moment.
I relay that to you. So that's the only piece of the equation that is kind of hinting that it's there.
I mean, you can't know what you're not missing, but you know you're missing something, and that piece of that vision is what really sticks out to you the most. What did Farlow fail? And why does it seem important to you? Those are the questions kind of going through your head in this intelligence check as a whole.
Okay, so based off of that, I'll be honest. Part of this also, we could just not be far enough yet. Going back to what Bray said, we have a long time. I assume more of Farlow's vision or what he'll do is going to be shown. So maybe some more variables will show up later, but as of right now, we have a start. We have one piece of the puzzle. It won't be us that does it. I don't think.
So I wasn't planning on it being us, like sending a message. Just more of giving them the full perspective, if that makes sense. Like, not trying to like block their memories or anything like that. Give them what they see from Torm's side, but then also show them, so just basically everything from our side.
You want to give them the ability to choose.
Basically. Show them the second side of the coin.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Now, why could you explain that to me, but...
I was being yelled at. My mind was going 100 miles a minute.
Well, I mean, you conveyed that. I understand what you want now. It's much easier now. So maybe we rehash it out tomorrow and you just explain what you said to me. Because giving people the ability to choose what they want is much different than how the conversation started.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to kill anybody if I don't have to. But, again, if you ask me to, that's different.
If someone chooses to stand in the way.
Yeah, if somebody, like, yes. If they're like, you're not going to do anything unless you stab me, I'm going to stab you. Like, that's a choice you have now made.
Yeah, I would just tomorrow maybe convey that to everyone. That's much... I think also Bray kind of touched on that as well. So, I think you'll have another supporter.
Yeah. People doing things because they have to, not because they want to.
Well, I'll keep trying to plug in different variables into all-knowing with what we have and see if anything changes. But it's just going to be me shooting in the dark.
Even then, we eventually will hit something.
That's true. Sooner or later.
right.
Where are you guys separating to at this time?
We're just gonna go crash by that creek or river, whatever it is, like I usually been doing.
Okay. Amar?
I think I'll probably just give it some time and go find Baron, whatever.
Easy enough. On your way to find Farron, mind racing, thinking over the conversation that you guys had. You do feel a small knot as it does begin to kind of fill your stomach. Your intelligence check is big enough to let you know that the 50 years not being long enough probably wasn't for a Tark. Even if you find the X variable, what equation does it go into? Needing to know what that is. And 50 years isn't long enough to go through every possibility. Maru thinking about it, just mind racing, even just almost involuntarily beginning these equations. What if it was this? What if it was this? It's like staring into a massive abyss. There's kind of a moment. You yourself have felt this before in your journey, almost kind of like being alone. You do feel the smallest warmth from Chaltel, almost as if in your subconscious putting his hand on your shoulder. And it doesn't feel so bad. I'll leave you with that as you make your way to Farron. Finding your mother?
Oh yeah, and I'm still heated.
I'll prepare myself. You can see her as now pretty much fully integrated at the table of elves.
She's been influenced.
You do see her sitting next to Coralon. Your family almost all at one table.
Oh, good. I'll pose the question to everybody then.
You can see them now rolling dice. They're no longer playing cards. It's been a month too long for that.
It's out of fashion.
It's out of fashion. They've moved on.
Say they're rolling dice.
They're rolling dice.
Have my cheater dice in here.
You can see Coralon being like, and then the army of
I take a seat at the table. Next to my mother.
You can see her. Are you all right?
Can I ask for your perspective on something?
Yes, of course. You can see as you ask, Coralon's already pretty much moved everything and is
Nosy.
leaned around her. Sehanine being nosy, just looking up. And Ollie's got her arms like this. She's like ready.
So I think I lack understanding because I'm not a mother. But it is my understanding that the bond a mother has with a child is unique.
Yes.
Okay. So, say your child was abducted.
All right.
But, like, not just abducted, like, they were brainwashed into following somebody against their will.
You can hear Sehanine. This sounds familiar.
It is familiar. As a mother, what would you do?
You can hear Dara. I would like to think that I would do anything to get them back. I'd like to think I would go to the ends if I needed to. Especially now.
So, say you had the opportunity to face the person who abducted your child. Would you spare them?
I think my goal would be to make sure my child was safe before I did anything rash.
I kind of look around at the other people at the table.
You can see Sehenine, and there are times where sparing them is not an option. You're just happy that they're sparing you. You're asking questions to people that don't have the power to achieve what you're asking. Some of us have those that are stronger than us who are holding the child. What do you do in that situation? And you can very much tell that she's alluding to Coralon filling Gallandale's mind with this sense of adventure, and what you're describing is pretty close. I mean, he got lost and was being held captive. And it's not like she can just go kill Samsara. And it's not like she could exact revenge on her father. Especially not back then where, you know, things were pretty set in stone. And you can hear Coralon. So what is it exactly that you're asking? Can we put names to what you're wanting? Because it sounds like you want it to be...
So, me personally,
Oh, yes, go.
I'm not a mother. I don't think I could ever imagine myself being a mother.
You would be a great mother.
I would be a terrible mother, but thank you.
Great mother.
If somebody... If I had a child and somebody poisoned the mind of my child and abducted them, personally, I don't think I would stop at anything to exact revenge.
I'll stop you right there before we go any further. Is it because this bond is unique that you would stop at nothing? Because is your bond with a Tark not unique?
Well, I think with a child being like a piece of yourself.
Very true. Let me make it vaguer for you. And we'll just call it a bond in general. Yes?
Sure.
It seems like it has to be heinous enough for you to want to make that move. That you would travel to the ends of the earth for a child because it's a special bond. But you had the choice to try and stop your friend's bond from being tampered with. And to my knowledge, you all stood there. Everybody but Bray. I'm not saying it to throw it in your face. I'm saying it so we can view and actually see what we're talking about. Because it sounds like for you, it's only worth it if it's to a certain degree, where you could have tried to stop it when that degree was happening to somebody else.
Well, the second best time to plant a tree is now. So, I guess I don't want to ask if I'm in the right or I'm in the wrong, because I know that is a wildly nuanced question.
No, and I am in no place to tell you what is right or wrong.
But I just wanted perspective so that I can...
Yes, of course, and that's why I wanted to make sure that I'm not blaming you. I just want you to understand what you're asking.
Well, I'm not blaming anybody either, except for the person who committed a heinous act.
Okay. Well, with the act in place, the best time to plant a tree is now. What are you going to do to fix it?
What do I want to do to fix it?
At the end of the day, I think you and your group of people are going to be the only people making that choice, I imagine. So asking me on my opinion of what do I want to do or what do I need to do within my own means, it's not even worth me answering because it doesn't matter. You're going to make a choice, and you're going to follow through with it.
And I would like to make an educated one. Hence why I came to ask people's opinions.
It's a hard opinion to give. I wish I could answer your question. I'm just not equipped to. You're all beginning to enter this realm where it's hard to follow. Here in but a couple years, it'll be us watching you walk forward, instead of us barely being a step ahead of you now. But it will be a beautiful thing to watch.
I just don't know if I can get on board with some of the ideals in our group.
Well,
And maybe that's a personal flaw, and I don't need your
I won't
opinion
touch
on that.
I won't touch
but-
on your personal flaw, but I do remember a time where I sat across the room and you couldn't give me an answer then. But here we are. Well before shit hit the fan, you made a decision. And I told you I would help you. I'm sure you had to sift through yourselves and each other to come up with that answer, and you'll do it again. You just don't have it right now. And your passion and your willingness to question, they'll need it until the end.
I think I'm mostly worried about making it to the end and making the wrong decision. I already don't like being wrong. And I can't afford to be wrong. Now.
I truly believe that if you make it to the end, any decision you make will be better than the one that was made before you. I don't know if you've seen it, but this world kind of sucks. If you could make it marginally better, then you made the right decision. If you're able to turn everything around, well, just exceeding with expectations.
I'll just get up and leave.
As in kind of that moment of silence, just Varen taking it all in, Amaru, you're able to find Varen. She's not far from where you were in the first place. And you can see Amaru making his way as you beginning to get up. I'll leave it to you guys.
You can see he's kind of just like he sees you, and it looks like he's just like thinking. He just has that expression, that look of someone who's just like in their mind, just thinking.
I'll just grab your hand and say, let's go for a walk.
Yeah, sure.
What direction you guys going then?
I would go
It's like
down-
midnight. People are doing shicey shit. I need to know which way you're going.
What?
But-
They're doing shisty shit.
It's the elves are shooting dice.
The elves are shooting dice. Where do you think Early is right now? You think he's in bed?
Lord. I would just walk like my normal route if you're not
No,
leading anywhere.
he's just
Normal route down by the river.
You're lucky.
and you can see like on the walk, it looks like he's very much like letting you like lead him in this walk, and it's like his eyes are like just, you can tell he's just in his head thinking.
I think probably after about like 5 minutes, I'll kind of just turn to you and stop. You want to talk about it?
Oh, sorry. And you can tell he's like looking around like, oh, we're at this river. When I was talking to Atark, I got a little bit more out of him, and it's just led to this all-knowing thing is kind of crazy. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I can see the steam start pouring out of your ears.
It doesn't stop. I've kind of grasped how it works. Think of it very much as like an equation. This plus this equals this. But the harder it is, the harder the answer is, the longer it gets. And it just doesn't stop. And I can't make my mind stop. I have one of a possible thing I can plug into this equation, and it made just 1,000 more, and those made 1,000 more, and it actually takes a lot of effort to make it to where you guys don't hear it in my mind. I think I'm starting to understand a bit more about Choctaw, just having this ability, having the ability to think like this. And it really put a lot into perception of how he is and how he thinks. And you can kind of feel in this moment him like talking to you. You can start to feel like through the mark this feeling of just not being good enough. Like he has this like Chocolate is this like all-knowing being, and he himself is not even close to that. I mean, kind of while you have this feeling, and kind of having that understanding, I thought that it was the ability that made Choctaw how he was. I thought it was all-knowing, making him like that. But it's his natural intelligence that goes so well with the ability. He just is smart. He just knows all of these things. And taking this ability, I put myself in that. I tried to put myself in that mindset to make it to where I could give you guys the answers, but all I got was this equation that doesn't mean anything. And I can't figure it out. I can't figure any of this out. I can't figure out how to help a Tark. I can't help how to do anything. All I have is these numbers and this never-ending equation.
I think you might be creating a conundrum because you're trying to put moral questions into an equation where equations give you a correct answer. There is no correct answer for morals. There is no... There are ways that are socially acceptable to react, right? And there are things that we agree on as a community, things that are right and things that are wrong. But there is no, this is the only way to be. And I think we as historians are kind of proof of that.
And I think that's part. I think that's part of why Choctaw doesn't have emotions. It takes morality out of the question. He doesn't have to think like that. He gets to the answer and he gets to the very best one as quickly as possible. I very much hinge on what you said, morality. I take my own feelings into the equation. It's just so much. And I feel kind of terrible for it. Because I don't know how to deal with it. I'll be honest.
I don't think you should shun your emotions for the sake of the gift. I think what you should do is run the equation, find the most correct answer, and then weigh that against what you want your morals to look like. And then if it doesn't fit your morals, run the equation again. Change one of your variables. Because doing what's correct, doing what's right, is not always going to be doing what's good. But I can't, as much as I want to dog on a Tark for the way he's reacted to everything, I can't dog on him. He has a strong moral compass. He wants to be good. And I may not agree with doing what's good over doing what's right. But I think we can find other answers. We just have to change our variables.
I'll try. It's just difficult. This might be the single hardest thing I've dealt with. I have fought gods, I have looked at fates and held my ground, but this is... It's so much for one person. And there was a part of me that wondered if I should have taken it. Probably would have been, maybe if it would have been better with someone, another person in the group or something. But it just leads to more thoughts. And then we're all connected in this mental link. If someone has a question, I hear it. And I just can't. Sometimes I just can't help it. It just happens. Especially with my mana doesn't run out here. It's just forever. It's just something I'm having to learn to live with. But I would never give up my emotions again. I've done it. Been there. It's not worth it. Are you all right? I know things got heated between you and a tart.
You know, I was talking earlier about socially acceptable ways of reacting to things.
Yeah.
I don't have that skill. So, I'm working on it. I think watching the traveler die and watching Torm get to the door, that's everything we're trying to work against. And just one, I'm gonna ponder this question, could make such a drastic difference. That's terrifying.
It is. Also, getting the information, like I said, I talked to Atark more. He wants to give the people the ability to choose what side they're on. And then after they choose, it doesn't matter if they stand against us. He openly said he'll fight against them. And it's not that he wants to save everyone, it's that he wants to give everyone a proper choice.
But Torm had a proper choice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he feels the first fate just influenced him. But I know.
I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'll save it. Maybe if he ever decides to come to the group with his ponderings.
I told him to rehash it out with you guys now that he has more of an idea of what he wants. So, you'll have that to look forward to probably tomorrow.
Alright. I'll make sure to take a deep breath before Atark opens his mouth.
As you should.
Do you want to keep walking or do you want to head back?
Let's keep going for a bit.
And I'll just leave you to do your mental gymnastics or whatever.
He actually tries to hold like steady conversation with you to attempt to not. You can tell like it gets kind of like choppy every now and then. You can tell it's very much like him trying to like pull himself out of this whatever equation mess he has going on.
The hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Just cast Feeble Mind on him.
God, it probably wouldn't work.
Can I make you stupid for a little bit?
Unfortunately not.
With you guys walking, does anybody have anything they want to do for calling it a night? Yes, Drew?
After I'm completely drunk, I'm gonna show up on Torm. Or
What?
not?
What?
I didn't have
Gonna get the change.
I didn't have that character voice prepared today. I'm gonna be real. She said show up on Torms.
Not showing up on time drunk.
She said that, and I was immediately like, "What are you doing?"
Thomas doorstep.
Damn, Torm just in his bathroom. Like, wait a minute.
I was saying Toma and Torm because I'm thinking about I just really just want to kill him. I really, really want to kill Torm. But no.
Okay.
Yeah, Toma.
As knocking on the door. It's a long wait, but and when I say long, I mean it's a long wait in like instance of Toma. As he does finally open the door. You can see Toma in his PJs.
Does he have bunny slippers?
He does not have bunny slippers. The dogs are out.
What kind of pajamas are they?
They just look like cotton pajamas.
Oh,
Shirt
Like,
or no shirt?
so cute.
It's shirt.
Damn.
Leave the shirt.
Yeah.
I'll get it at the bottom. Are you all right?
I'm drunk. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Come on in. I'll prepare you some tea.
That would be nice. I'm drunk.
Yes, you've said that. Should I get you aid?
What?
Oh, I heard Bray speaking something about being able to cure drunkenness with your godlyhood.
I don't want to do that. Why would I do that?
I think I now see what's going on. Yes, you can see him rummaging in the kitchen. You can hear like the small clanking of glass and water running. Just have a seat wherever. It's fine.
I'll just like.
You can tell like there's no talking from him. He is like in the kitchen preparing you something. He is not holding conversation from the other side of the room.
I'm just gonna start looking around his place, seeing what he has all around in here.
It is wildly barren.
Minimalist.
I knew it. What color are his pajamas? Do they at least have a splash of color to them?
They're like plain white and the trim is like striped.
Oh, he's so adorable.
So boring.
Yeah, he's so boring.
As bringing you a cup of tea and pulling you up a chair next to the table. There you go.
Oh, shit. I actually came here. Hi. I take a sip. I'm a little drunk.
Yes, you said that. Is there anything I can provide you to help with this?
Yeah, so you cut your fate, right?
Yeah,
What did it feel like when you did that?
didn't really feel anything.
It's been weirdly different since, though. Like you're lighter. Does it feel freeing?
I would say I feel free, yeah.
Is that it?
Well, I'm sure it's hard to grasp. But attaining a freedom feels a lot different than I'm sure the freedom that you were given. I know the choice I make next will will be one that I made by myself. And it's liberating.
I just want to say, while I'm drunk, and I'll actually say it, don't die. I don't want you to die. I don't want to forget who you are. Don't die. Okay?
I'll do my best.
Okay. I'm gonna go home now and pretend like this never happened. So, yeah. Okay.
Drew, what are you doing in my bedroom? Get
Oh, wrong place. Sorry.
Zushna, she does that sometimes. She's probably drunk.
What was that? It smells so bad of alcohol.
Right? I think we could light the air on fire.
Damn.
Does anybody else have anything they want to do before bed? Good.
Is you an option?
Baby, we got a break in 14 minutes. And we got enough time on break to get done with whatever.
And all we need is like 20, 30 seconds.
Don't edit this out. I want them to know.
And we all get a turn.
Oh, Jesus.
That's on our other channel.
Patreon.
You guys can see as your vision continues, Lynn watching this spectral tiger rip apart his family. You guys can see standing behind him Lavinia, Celia, Vargo, and Revlin, as they don't say anything. As this mauling does end, there's minutes of silence. As you guys can hear Vargo. Well, it's done here. Let's go then. As he does turn and make his way to the door. Lavinia looking on. You don't have to stay here, you know. You can come with us. We've all had something bad happen. And we can help you through this. As Vargo turning quickly. What are you saying? We just watched him murder his family. That's Revlin. Yeah, but it was his choice. And now we have a choice. To take him with us, or to leave him here by himself. Are you gonna leave him here? As you guys can see, Vargo just looking over. Do whatever you want. As Vargo does leave the mansion. You guys can see Celia as she makes her way up to Lynn. It's like she said, you can come with us if you want. You can leave this life behind you. All of us have. As she does get up, makes her way outside of the mansion. You guys can hear Lynn as sobbing does begin. The spectral tiger as making its way up and nuzzling the side of Lynn's face as laying down and looking up to Revlin and Lavinia, who remain in the room. and then back to Lynn. You should go. We should go. I'll follow you anywhere. Wherever you'll have me. Lavinia and Revlin giving them a moment as they do begin to talk outside. Minutes passing. As a red-faced Lynn does make his way out. I'm gonna go with you. And I want to leave this sin behind. You guys can hear Lavinia. Then leave it. Let's go. We're actually headed to the next city. It's shrouded in darkness. And we're going to try and fix it. You can start by atoning there if you want. Yeah. It's a good start. You guys can see days of travel. Vargo and Lynn don't speak in any capacity, in any form of the same conversation. If one is involved, if Lynn is involved in the conversation, you guys can tell Vargo very much is out of it. Unless he's forced back in by Celia or Lavinia. There's no willingness to share a conversation with Lynn. As cresting a hill, you guys can see a large dome of shadow that sits over what you can pretty much assume is a city. The walls of the city on this side, or on the closest side to them, seem not to be consumed. And it looks like there's refugees sitting on the outside. People traveling in all different directions. As you guys can hear Revlin. Alright, we're here. We don't know what we're getting into, so be careful, okay? As they do pass through the dome of shadow, you guys can see it is almost an ink that sits on the ground. It's swirling, and it seems as if things are swimming inside of this very viscous liquid. For any of you guys that have had corruption, it looks really close to that. Almost identical. As they do begin to make their way, you guys can hear from their perspectives off in the distance. Children laughing. Children crying. These sobs of what sound to be like an older man. And a woman screaming, asking why she can't end it. As they hit the steps of this manor. As they hit the steps of this relatively large castle. It's about twice as big as Lavinia's father's castle. Just putting it together, they probably own most of this land. They're sole owners and just allowing these people to live, taxing them up, and just living off the money. They're royalty, you guys can tell, much like everybody's family has been so far. As they do open the door to this large castle, you guys can see a vision. A young boy with jet black hair as he tosses and turns in his bed. You guys can see into this nightmare for a short moment. A being that almost melds with the background, with the red and golden eyes that stands in this entirety of shadow. There's moments of lightning striking, and you guys can see behind that, it looks like a kingdom sits behind this thing. time quickly shooting by, you guys can already feel through Lavinia this connection. As this boy, much like herself, never left this place, or Lavinia at least got moments to get out. All this boy knows is the halls of this castle, the one window that stares out towards the street, his favorite place to see the market. You guys can see as it does cut quickly. There's a conversation between an older man. Same voice as you guys had heard before. The woman as well. And as they do stand in front of a creature with golden red eyes. I'll give you everything. You can live forever. You can hold this land as your own. But I want him. As you guys can see, a small infant in her arms. As the father very quickly, yes, he's yours. That's fine. We can have another. As this child is laid down for bed that night, you guys can see these golden red eyes as they do look down. And the bed where the child sleeps, as this ink you guys had seen that's surrounding the city, as it begins to take a hold of the bed. You guys can see seasons as they go by. You guys can see these seasons quickly turn into years. As decades pass, now to the present day. Through quick memories of what you're seeing, you guys can tell some of the people, some of the refugees themselves were afflicted by this black inkish whatever it is, and they were separated from everybody who was not affected by it. You guys saw people going in separate directions. Those that were infected are seeming to go one way, and those who are not are making their way the other way. As they begin clearing room by room, these ooze-like beings begin to rise up. They almost look like they're guarding something, protecting the castle. If you had to put it into time, it takes about a long hour to get all the way to the top. These beings, not so much difficult, but resilient. Dropping one ooze, they'll fall for a short time and then raise back up. So as they do make their way further into the castle, they're being bombarded on both sides, all directions as they are making their way up. You guys can see as they do open a room over what no longer is a child. From what you guys had seen with time passing, probably 20, 21 years old. This individual lays in the bed. You guys can see Schwaddle as this corrupted older man, skin of ink, eyes like pools to the abyss. And Schwaddle's mother, who seems to look the same, but it's almost as if pieces of her regenerating. You guys can see weapons of magical variety as they do sit in a pile next to her. Them themselves tainted with this ooze. Vargo gives them no time to talk, as jumping on the father and proceeding to rain blows You can hear small whimpers of the man. Yes, do it. Finish me. Yes, be the first. Go. As almost trying to hype Vargo up into finishing him. You can see the woman as already on her knees. Lavinia's hand in hers. Please send me off. Send me to oblivion. As this ooze does begin to make its way up Lavinia's hand. As you can see magic shoot down from the shoulder as it does wipe the ooze away. Turning to everybody else. I can't heal them. It's too far down. It's not just their bodies that are affected. But I think it's their souls. And I don't know how to do that. You guys can hear Vargo. Well, you need to try. As this first notice of Vargo kind of snapping at Lavinia. Okay. As Revlin making his way over to Schwaddle. This is the source. This is where all the mana is converging from. I think you should try here if you're going to. As Lavinia making her way, putting her hand over the child. I'm sorry. Over Schwaddle. You guys can see Schwaddle's form is not covered in this ooze. As yellow light does shoot from Lavinia's hands. You guys can see the eyes of Schwaddle open. His golden red eyes do stare back. I think I'm blocked by something. It's like a wall. I'm infusing him with magic. But it's not working. As Revlin taking her hand. I don't think our problem's here. I think it's further in. Vargo, will you be okay to make sure that they don't get away? As at this point, Vargo pretty much has both of the individuals in headlocks, is just holding on to them as light does radiate from his form as the ooze tries to grab hold and is slowly just falling off from whatever Lavinia is using on him. As a Farseeker portal is opened, and you guys can see this kingdom of shadow as it sits on the other side. As they do make their way through. A name pops up in all of your minds. Kareth, the Dimension of Shadows. It is named after the being that rules it. As you guys can see, the same being you guys had seen at the beginning of this vision. As there is no time wasted. Lavinia is already beginning to push against this being. And with each step she takes, it begins to clear this ink-like ooze, as it does quickly make its way back. Schwaddle, sitting at the foot of an altar. And the altar seems to be where the being originates as a whole. As this battle does begin. Morning finds you. As all well rested and moving into the next day. God, I'm great. Let's go ahead and take a break there. As the morning does find all of you. Breakfast is made. Does anybody have anything they want to do during this time?
Wait, this is training time, right?
Normally you have breakfast and then go train. I'm just giving you the opportunity if you want to say anything at breakfast time.
Staying as far away from Farron as possible.
Oh, I actually want to say something to Farron.
Go for it. All you.
So, about last night. Sorry. I feel like I put a lot on you.
You don't have to worry about that. That's what I'm here for.
All right. I woke up and was like, wow, I just feel like I trauma dumped a lot.
I mean, nah, you'll be all right. I think I do have to apologize to Atark, though. But it seems like he's avoiding me.
No, Atark.
I even sat next to where his spot usually is, and he came out and he saw me and he did a U-turn.
Huh.
There's a whole plate of pork chops right here.
He avoided the pork chops?
You were luring him in.
He knows the trap when he's in.
I'm sure he's close. He's watching.
You can see him through your perception.
He hears no.
He'll have to come around eventually.
He can't resist the pork chops.
That's what I'm saying.
You forget I have a child I don't ever see.
I feel like he just said something wild. That wasn't relevant to what we're talking.
All right. Does anybody else have... Do you guys have more to your conversation? Not to push you off. No, you're good. As training is had for each of you guys. Yes.
So, I did want to ask you, so I had thought up some stuff for me and Zushna and stuff, but is that do you want me to play or lead it, or I had a couple questions that maybe some of her hobbies that she likes, because Bray wanted to do something for her. Is that something that I should come up with, or? Great, she loves flowers. So Bray wants to.
If you want to come up with the hobbies, that's fine. If you want to roleplay and react to the hobbies, then I can do it.
Okay. Well, I know one. Bray wants to go and talk to Farron first thing in the morning.
Okay, easy enough. Breakfast is had, and she's right there.
Hey, Farron.
Oh wait, don't sit there. That's a dark spot.
Yes.
Ooh, pork chops.
No. We're trying to lure. Come sit on this side.
Oh, okay. I saw his Zetchel do this one time, and there was a bucket of ice water above him.
There is a proverbial bucket of ice water.
So is mine the bacon one?
Yeah, no, I'm going to share my bacon with you.
Oh, sick. Okay. So, Farron.
Bray.
I had this idea.
I already don't like where this is going.
Oh.
But do tell.
I would like some help with this. So, basically, Zushna is very much a person that goes along with things. If I say I like something, or if I ask her what she likes, she asks me what I like, and then she's like, I like that. So it's really difficult to give or to think of things to give to her, but I have noticed that just about every time we see some of the flowers that you have planted, or something out in the wild, that it tends to catch her attention for a minute. And I was kind of wondering if, because Shallowax is in a mountain, if there's a way to make her a garden in Shallowax, or if you might be able to help me do something of the sort. I don't have ideas with flowers. Usually they just crunch underneath my boot on the battlefield.
I mean, I can absolutely. How about this? Because it seems like she's trying to do things that please you, because that's something that makes her happy. Maybe if I go talk to her and bring the plan to her about a flower garden, then it won't be, I want to do what pleases the man I love, but it'll be something that she thinks about for herself.
Bray looks across to Amaru, looks back at Farron. See, this is why I came and talked to her.
Because she doesn't have any reason to, like, please me, you know? I'm just,
Yeah, actually, I think the last time we talked, she said she really didn't like you.
you know, that's fair.
I'm just joking.
Really.
I'm just joking, Farron. I just don't think you've ever come up in our conversations.
She scares me.
But, yeah, I don't know. Well, you know, whenever she was in her slumber, I tried to make things nice for her, but my mom always told me that sometimes the best thing you can do for somebody is to just sit with them.
Correct.
That's what I would like to do with her.
So you want this garden to be a shared space where you can spend quiet time together?
Sure. Or just to be.
You get no input, by the way.
That's completely fine. You got no input on your lonesome top on the mountain. So
That is true.
thank you, Farron.
You're welcome.
Bray sneaks 2 of the pork chops in.
as breakfast is had, training easily gone through, and as I've been talking to some of you guys, we'll go more in depth on what you're doing for training. I just think it'd be a lot easier to do in a game where everybody's here. That way I can do it all at once instead of nitpicking. I can always retroactively just say what you got,
I can come up with Jack stuff if you want.
or fuck.
Yeah, I know what that's what's doing.
Punch stuff harder.
I actually know Amaru stuff.
But I think it would be good for all of us to do it together. That way everybody is getting to see how everybody else is doing it, and especially the questions I ask when we go into it. Because obviously last time we just did enough to like reach a goal, but we'll be doing things more individualistic as we go forward. Now that everybody's gotten into the flow of role playing, and now we can kind of balance both things. But breakfast training. Does anybody have anything they want to do directly after training?
I think Amar will. I think he wants to finish up the guild hall.
Okay.
Just kind of get it built as quick as he can.
If it's all right with you, Azesha will join you.
No.
Sorry, bud. Okay. Jack will be at the dojo in this time. Do you have anything
I'm gonna go help with the.
with the guild? Okay.
Yeah.
Bray?
I have 2 things, but one is right after training, and then one is, I guess, later. In the
Later
day.
on. That's perfect. We can do one for now and move on.
I would like to go and talk to
Azechel.
Clyde.
Skamos' son.
Lareth?
Lareth.
Okay.
I would like to go and speak to Lareth.
Big L.
Okay, if it's right after training, you do see Lareth waiting. And as Skamos is making his way back from y'all's like training area, you can see this nervousness and this apprehension on Lareth's face. Skamos is walking back.
I'll approach Lareth trying to beat Skamos there so like I can talk to him for a little bit before.
Yeah, I mean
Let's
it's
say that's easy.
that's easy enough. Yeah, I mean you can see Skamos is doing his regular leisure walk. Like it's
He's jacked wizard.
and you can just see this looking off in the distance.
Hey, bud.
Oh, hi Bray. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm all right.
What's going on? You seem nervous about something. Come on, it's Uncle Bray.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
Like blue?
Like blue.
Do you mind if I ask why? It's okay to say no.
Me and Margash were going to accomplish something. And I plan to do it for the both of us.
And what was that?
As he does bring it up, you do remember the vision you got the day Lareth became a god of Margash going and unifying pretty much the Feywild and Lareth going to defeat Samsara, saving Lulile, and coming back with an essential power that is as powerful as imagination.
It's one thing to accomplish something together, it's another to do it alone. Do you plan on going alone?
Yeah.
You've grown so much. So quickly. I remember you as the little Galoo that couldn't even lift the shield that I gave him as a present. I want you to know that I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Bray.
You're worried about what he's gonna say, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I would be too.
It's not helping.
I'm sorry. My point is, if you have made up your mind, this is what you were set to, then stand by it. If you think it can be accomplished, do it. But listen to the voice of reason in your head. We don't know what it's like back there. I don't know what the Feywild holds right now, and we can look at the vision board and guesstimate all we want.
I'm just gonna go to the Feywild in this world.
Just be safe. Because he can visibly see Bray becoming more emotional and kind of tears welling up in Bray's eyes. His cheeks getting a little rosy.
As you can see, as Bray kind of like getting emotional, as him pulling out a necklace, you can see a very small shield that does sit on the necklace, and you can see a small axe that sits on it as well. You can see it's the axe that Ahil gave to Atark, and Atark passed down to his son, and the shield that you gave him.
Bray will, as he says this line, he'll reach up and just poke the necklace and the shield, and he wants to leave infused in it some of his divinity of balance and zeal. And he'll say, "We're scared of you leaving. Just like we're scared that Margash has left. But the fear that comes from us is because of love. So know that wherever you are, and whatever you're doing, and however your father may take this conversation, try to see it from the perspective of the amount of love that he shares for you.
I appreciate everything you've done for me. I appreciate you, Bray. You can see as he embraces you.
Bray hugs him back. He flies a little bit, so it's like even. And you've made me so proud, and you're gonna continue to do it. Whatever you do, think it through. Be smart. We've trained you, and you are smart enough to know and to do the right thing. As Braille find balance. Go with zeal.
When you look up at the night sky, just know that I'm okay.
Alright, well, don't be a stranger, damn it.
I won't be. I'll be back soon enough.
And I can't wait to hear the stories that you'll tell. As Bray will kind of pat on the top of his shoulder, leaving that soft hint of glow of the purple and gold from his infusion on the necklace. As
You can see as it adheres and it glows brightly on the necklace. As it dims as you want it to.
Bray will leave him to it.
Skamos, you can see the parting hug of Lareth and Bray. I'm not too far away now. You can see it in Lareth's face, this relaxed smile. Making sure that he's in your path.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. I don't know another way to tell you. So I figured this would be the easiest one. I'm gonna leave tonight. And you can see the necklace not put away. The small shield and the small axe on this necklace that does kind of sit outside of his clothing now.
And where will you be heading?
I'm gonna go to this world's Feywild. I'm gonna accomplish what me and Margash were supposed to do.
How long have you been thinking about this?
The last couple weeks, but this last week has been... It's been on my mind. I've talked to a lot of people about it. And I don't want you to think I'm hiding it from you. But I don't want your opinion on it either. just afraid you'll try and talk me out of it.
Does Mother know?
Yeah, I already talked to her. She didn't want to be here when I told you.
Well, I will respect your wishes. Keep my opinion to myself. Just do be safe. And please reach out if you need us.
You can see the expression on his face as it does soften. No insight needed. He was fully prepared for you to just tell him no. Or put some stipulation to it. There's a moment of silence as you can tell him gathering his next thoughts. I'd like to have dinner with you and Mom tonight. Before I go.
I would like that a lot.
I'll give you time to think about it before I bother you anymore for the day.
I don't think there's much for me to think about. Your decision's been made.
No insight needed. You know, he has words, but is just holding them back.
Say,
You know he has words, like he wants to say something. He's just holding it back. This is roughly the fourth or fifth time now that you specifically have experienced this with Lareth. This apprehension. And you don't see that apprehension when he talks to anybody else.
just know in the future you never need to hold back with me, whether you think I'll approve or not. I'd rather have all of you than what you cherry pick thinking I'll approve.
I have to go. You told me that you wanted me to go through that door. And I'm nothing. I'm somebody who let my friend walk away. I'm no different. I'm no different than Torm right now. If I don't do something, me and Margash are going to be another cycle of the Traveler and Torm. When I walk through that door, I want to be known as the person that did everything he possibly could have to save his friend. The Traveler had to give that up, but I don't have to.
Then, go do exactly that. And don't let anyone stop you, myself included.
You can see Arm wiping at the eyes. Thanks, Dad.
Just gonna pull him in.
As embracing you tightly, I have some people I want to talk to before I go. I'll see you around dinner.
I'll see you then.
You can see he's beginning to walk away. I don't tell you enough, you know. I love you. And thanks for everything you've done for us. I know the decisions you had to make weren't easy. And making my own first real decision, I may not be in your exact shoes, but I get a taste of what you had.
I love you too. And I'll have Mother make your favorite tonight.
Thanks. He's quickly turning and wiping at his face some more. You can see him off in the distance, telling one by one.
I think once he is gone out of earshot, I know he doesn't want my opinion on the matter, but I'm proud of him.
You should tell him. Unless you feel like what you've said already portrays that.
I think I'm gonna let him fly on his own for now.
There is a small solace in the fact that in the blink of an eye we can go to him. If he needs us, we'll be there.
Appreciate you. Not just for this, but for everything you've done for Lara.
That's what uncles are for. Right? Brother?
Right, brother.
I know you've been going through a lot, Skamos. I know it's been more than you've even remotely mentioned to any of us. I gotta take my pills, I'm sorry.
Bray's got to take his creatine. It's time.
I know you've been through a lot. And you've been going through a lot that you haven't talked on. If you ever need somebody to just sit with, let me know. You don't have to tell me everything. I won't ask. You might have to tell me to shut up. You know I'm always here.
I know. And I'll be sure to take you up on that offer sometime.
The bowling alley's done.
Maybe something else.
Okay. I will say this. I'm proud of him too. But I'm also proud of you. I don't know how it works, but you hear the dial tone. His brain hangs up the phone on that one-liner and just drops out.
You're sure that was a conversation ender?
I wouldn't actually hang up on you, Skamos, but you get what I'm saying.
Does anybody have anything else they want to do in your free time?
I gotta find a Tark.
Okay. Easy enough. You know exactly where he is.
Nope.
Eating cold pork chops.
I use our divinity ability to bloop around away.
I'm just loop chase.
As you guys have an after image Dragon Ball Z conversation.
I just wanted to ask you about saving the. Why are you running from me?
Why are you running?
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
Where do you stop, Atart?
Huh?
You teleporting away, where do you stop?
I didn't think that far ahead.
That's why I'm asking. I need to know who's around to hear your conversation.
Right. Well, I'm trying to stay away from Farron too, so I'd probably just be blooping between those three.
Farron is not chasing you.
Yeah, but he's
not
just staying away.
Random roll and hit him Game House. That would be like the last place of TB2.
Do I know what he's doing right now?
You can feel divinity flashing and as he's moving between you guys.
Time hold.
That's crazy.
Stop here.
As roleplay and thematically time held. As
Are you running from me? I didn't say that I wanted to kill you. I said I wanted to kill Torm.
Just prevents any sort of movement. You can still talk. And
Oh, I can still talk. Okay. Well, I can't move my mouth though.
I mean, like,
moving.
you can't move or teleport from this space.
He's trying to make it to where he doesn't have to do it.
He's just pretending. He's like,
I thought you were gonna yell at me again.
I didn't yell at you.
You yelled at me last night.
No,
It wasn't as
said-
scary, but you were still yelling.
I just said that I have some issues with Torm. Kind of have issues when things are bigger and stronger than me that look down on me, that can squash me, and I can't do anything. And he's done that to us like multiple times. And I kind of feel like I feel partially responsible for us losing Margash the way we did because, you know, we thought that we could get through to him, which is kind of where we're at, because we thought that we had gotten through to him, and I don't think he wants to be gotten through to. But that's neither here nor there. I don't care about that. We're gonna eventually work that out. Now, Lenora is doing the thing that you were talking about. The trying to save, was it Varga? Is that the one that gave up his
Long L, because
Long Gill? That's it. I'm bad at remembering which one is which.
Go on.
He doesn't talk much.
Out of game, they're one and the same. It's just in
Vargo's
game,
the
Vargo
name he gave
name
up.
does not exist.
Is that why it confuses me? Yes.
Yeah, it's more of the same person being called a different name.
Next
Yeah.
campaign, first
Oh.
names only.
They're working
Dead
on fixing him.
Ass.
You're working on fixing them. I asked her if she wanted help. She said no. I'm not as smart as she is. I get it. So, you're working on it. I'll help you. But I don't know where you're at and what you're doing, so how can I help?
I'm still stuck at the same place I was before.
I don't know where that place was.
So the view of the matter is, or the way that the way I'm taking it, and to put it into a way that is easy for me to understand. And you know what? To give you a visual representation, I'm going to pull out one of the shitty swords out of my bag of holding that I made a long time ago.
Is that a Fate Blade?
Easy enough.
Okay. All right. You see this sword?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this is a person, okay? And I'm gonna pull out some of my smithing tool, or some of the smithing tools out of the bag. Pretty much chip it, crack it. Not so much to where it's like broken, but like just making it look like it's, you know, had
So we're
been
working
used.
away.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is all right. So now this is a person, okay? You know, it's lived a life. I mean, given that I just did it in front of you, but imagine that all these cuts, scrapes, cracks, it was the life of the person that was, that they lived, right? Okay, so basically the way I'm seeing it is when Longel gave up his name, and I'm gonna snap the sword in half, and I'm gonna take a chunk out of it, like break it in half, break a corner piece off. When he gave up his name, he gave up part of who he was. And then I'm gonna put the sword back together and just meld it right there. Not pretty or perfect, just proving a point.
Okay, so he's not whole.
He's not whole. So this part is either somewhere or it's nowhere. But regardless, the way I'm seeing it, this is the outcome of giving up your name. Okay, this is not including the power and all that good stuff that can just be thrown away for the time being.
Okay, I remember Sheldon. You were talking to Sheldon about it, something like that.
Okay, now, if it does exist somewhere, then that implies that it's a two-way transaction. And I'm going to just incinerate the metal. If it's a one-way transaction, this piece no longer exists. Right?
But can't you just like melt the metal and make it all a new full whole piece?
No. I'm going to pull out another piece of metal out of my bag. I'm going to chip it just right to where it'll fit back in.
You want to make a new one?
This is the problem. That piece that no longer exists was a part of his life. Even if we can find a way to give him a new name, and I'm gonna fix the sword. The sword's no longer the same. So the person is no longer going to be the same. The experiences, the moments in his life that were associated with that part of him are no longer going to be associated with him, even if you give him a new name.
Okay, so what are we trying to...
Yes, ship of Theseus aside.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Philosophy aside, what's the goal here?
The goal is, and the melted metal on the ground, bring it back up, melt it back, put it right back into the same shape. I know that's not really my thing, but it's just for whatever.
Your God.
Okay.
Like
The goal is to whether this piece exists or not, is to find a way to bring this piece back. And I'm gonna re-break the sword, put it back in, fix it, give him back that piece.
Oh, yes. So you want to help return his name. Your issue is just whether it exists or not.
And who to get it from or where to get it from.
Yes, the issue is we don't know. I don't know if it exists, where it would be, who would have it, and if it doesn't exist, how do we bring that piece back?
Can we turn back time to that moment and not do it?
I thought the same thing, but if it was that easy, it would have already been done.
Oh. You're my big brain.
This is as far as I've been able to get with the answers I have gotten from the people who refuse to talk to me about it.
Did he keep a receipt?
So, they refuse to talk to you about it.
They
Is it
refuse to
a-
talk
they-
to any of us.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering. Because I'm like, if we go and ask them nicely, maybe they...
They're working on this, or at least theory crafting this.
I know Glenora said that she is working on saving her friend, which is him.
I talked to Chato, asked him if there was anything I can help with, and he said I could help with this. So I've been racking my brain trying to figure it out. And like I said, this is how far I've got.
Well, I don't have any revelations for you on things that don't exist.
Because I
Do
thought
you have
about it.
revelations on figuring out if it does exist, or how to figure out if it does exist?
Well, finding it would prove it exists.
See, that's why I asked you to look at that moment that he gave up his name with Farron.
Which we did do, correct? We've already done that.
Yes, we already did that, which is why I asked y'all to look at that to see if maybe Farron could see the moment
Which, yes.
that piece of his soul disappeared, so maybe we could track it to figure out if it did go somewhere, or if it just booped, but that didn't
Yes,
work.
but it's unobservable through the timelines.
Yeah.
I wish we could talk to Nita. She knows soul stuff.
If you'd like, you just need to find a willing candidate to surrender their name so you can study it in
Not
real
doing
time.
I'll do it.
Maybe somebody
I
with
might
like
be
3
able to
middle
get-
names.
I wouldn't
I
ask
might
any.
be able to
I wouldn't
convince
ask
some of the peoples out there.
I don't think a talk would morally be okay with that.
Giving up your name is super dumb, in my opinion. It's giving up a piece of who you are. It's giving up what you like, everything, like part of everything that you built to become who you are.
You guys have only called me Bray for a long time.
I mean,
We can change that.
I don't even think most of y'all know my middle name.
I understand it's on a bit grander of a scale, but people do change.
What?
Well, you said giving up your name, giving up a part of yourself. Longale is objectively a different person than he was when he had whatever his other name was.
And we have no right to
Yeah,
judge. You
but-
blew yourself up.
I think it's
No.
safe to say we're all.
Damn.
I think it's safe to say we're all objectively different people as well.
Yes.
I'm not saying we shouldn't try to get his name back. I think it's a good goal to strive towards, but doesn't mean he's not him without it.
I'm not disagreeing with that fact. I'm trying to help. I'm
Get
trying
him
to
back
help.
together again.
I'm trying to help our friends, man. You know, the people who are literally giving up everything. Like, I mean, people that have put themselves literally in the line of fire to help complete the goal. Why would I not at least attempt to get out of my way to help them with one thing?
I don't disagree.
Besides, and if I can figure it out, like I said, it might change everything. It might change nothing. I don't know. I haven't. It's just something I really feel like we all should be helping with.
I can get Bray in.
Hey, Scamos. Real quick, just so I don't sound dumb to everybody else. I mean, I do plan on marrying Zushna. Why don't I just give up my last name and then take hers?
I think it's a little more metaphysical than that.
Oh, okay. All right. Right. Back to it then.
Good talk.
See, he's already in.
You're seeking to do the impossible, find things that don't exist. It's going to take more than an afternoon of raising your own blood pressure.
I know. The smartest man in the world can't figure it out. Well, the smartest man in another world can't figure it out.
Nah, he's still the smartest guy here, especially out of your group.
I may not be able to come up with a complete answer, but if I can at least come up with that drop of water that cracks the dam, it's good enough for me.
Well, maybe we need to wait for it to rain then.
That's. I mean, like I said, I've just been thinking about this. It's not.
I'm not saying not to.
But why did you bring it up in the first place?
Oh, because I want to know how I can help. Because I want to help. Because yeah. My family.
Last I checked, he's just. Revlin's got him somewhere. I'm not even gonna attempt to try and figure that out. Giving him a body's not a problem. Well, at least I don't think it is. It's just getting that piece to go with the rest of it.
Okay, so basically the only thing we're working on or at is trying to figure out where the piece is, who has it.
That's if it still exists, yes. That's where I was at.
Well, how'd he give it up? Who'd he give it up to?
That's why I was trying to figure out a way to see if we could see the instance and follow the soul.
Wait, so he's not just like standing and talking to a person and gives up his soul, it's just like gone?
Well, it happened right before our eyes. Like we were there when it happened.
Did he just like break in front of us?
He went from being a ball of light to being a person with a whole new ability and us no longer remembering his first name.
With nothing else happening?
Nothing else happened in that moment.
Yeah,
He
that
went
might
from
have
a
just
ball
broke my
of
brain
light
at that
to a
moment. 'Cause
person with instead of strength of the world, strength of bonds.
So before Drusilla's brain completely melts, I understand you had a talk with Amaro last night about your save everyone in existence plan, and he recommended rehashing it at some point.
Are you about to yell at me too?
I was going to ask you when you plan to rehash it. I'll save the yelling for when it happens.
I assumed when everybody wasn't busy, so like maybe after dinner.
I'm busy after dinner.
I'm making
Not joking. I'm busy after dinner.
I'm hoping to have a long dinner tonight, so maybe do it before.
Brave place God.
The boys are getting on land. My house. Xbox 360, baby.
It's your conversation to have, though, don't you? I may not be
Yeah.
available after dinner.
Alright. Historians assemble.
Wait to hear those words.
Where are we at?
Standing in the creek.
I've been here the whole time.
Just thigh deep in the creek.
What the hell were y'all doing here?
I think a target needed to go
What?
pee.
Where's y'all's assembly area? Where are you assembling?
Have a conference room in the man.
Where was Skamo standing where he told me to stop?
I have a war
Probably
room.
in
I was
the encampment.
I have a war room in Shallow Axe.
I was probably headed back to my house.
Okay, well, we should probably go out to the river for this.
She's in your kitchen.
If you'd like to not draw a crowd this time, we can go into the domain.
Oh, that's a thing too. I forgot you're a god.
I mean,
You're all gods.
inside of my mansion, it's perfectly quiet too.
I think Scan was.
I built you guys a mountain.
Second longest.
I go there to drink.
I own houses there.
You own a whole block.
All right, that's it. We're going to Toma's house.
I can't. Huh?
You didn't hear that? Oh, you were already meditating.
So we're going inside the thingy.
The domain.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Smells like fate in here.
As you guys line up
Like
to enter the domain, you guys can see Lavinia, Chaltel, Glenora, and the Traveler as they all line up. You guys can see Chaltel. We will join you for your conversation.
Shit.
Oh, you're getting it.
About to get ripped a new one.
If we are allowed in.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I just didn't expect more people to yell at me.
Why would we let you talk about it and then wait for you to come to us to then put in our input to destroy whatever thing you came up with just for you to start over?
What?
It builds character.
I thought this was
Mainly because we thought you didn't want help, so we were just gonna,
Oh, we ain't even. I thought. Hold on. What are we talking about?
put your gadget around the corner.
What do you
behind
want to talk about? That's what we're talking about.
I'm
called the
I'm
meeting.
lost.
Yeah, you just said assemble.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna like I was gonna fix my wording from last night.
Oh, okay. I know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought this was a talk about fixing.
Oh no, we did that. We've been there.
Should we not join you for this conversation?
Oh, you can always join
It's
us.
perfectly fine.
May we enter the domain?
Y'all to go.
The door's open.
Chaltel just marches in.
Wait, are you guys vampires?
He is on to us.
I've sent
That's
them.
why Celia doesn't like water.
That's why I didn't say yes. I just told them the door was open.
Hang some garlic up next to him next time, okay?
As those four make their way in.
Once they show up, Simi Drew's gonna pop up and she's gonna have pie and tea for everybody, so that you know.
Hi, let's go.
That is a let's go moment. Hold on. As all four of them stand off to the side. Traveler pulling up seats for each of them as they sit in a line and just stare at you guys.
It's hibiscus tea.
Oh, they're all up in it. Like immediately.
I like to think Chaltel slurps loudly.
So, to fix what I said last night. Yes, what I said last night was not wrong with how I feel. I would like to save everybody. But it's mainly out. I want to save the people that want to be saved. But I want to be able to give them the choice whether they want to be or not.
So to be or not to be? That is the question.
I have a question. What does saving them look like? Because I'm getting confused. Like, I know we saved these people and we brought them here. But what is the purpose for them in it? Like, are the way a Tark is making it, like they're coming through the door. Is that
Yes, I would like some elaboration on what, at the very least, your
What?
dream scenario is.
To save this world?
It's very vague.
will the door even stay open that long to let that many people through?
We'll just prop it open. The box.
I don't think a Tark is talking about letting everybody parade through the door. I think what a Tark is trying to say.
There was a facial expression right there that has me concerned.
Yeah.
Is that he wants to correct what is wrong with this world so that everybody has a chance at life without the First Fate's influence.
And without, them just being erased. But that was a thought that did cross my mind, that if the world can't be saved, maybe the people can. But that's a conversation for another time.
Not sure it is.
Well, I was already told that was a stupid idea.
What does that mean to you?
What?
How do we save the people and not the world?
Yeah, aren't the people the world that were that in my understanding, saving the universe, it's not about like that rock over there. It's about saving like the people on it.
A story is not a place, it's a people.
Get out.
So my thing is if we have the ability to remove the First Fate's influence from the people, then we have the ability to remove it from the world. There should never be like an either or option.
Okay.
Did you just say, do you want to fight?
I said okay.
What's that?
Then that means I would like to figure out a way to well, if possible, get Torm's power without killing Torm. Because we know that with his power, we can remove the influence of the First Fate.
I bet Ashtar knows how to use a power without somebody's blessing.
Yeah, it's called killing them.
Yeah, I really want to.
I'm all for giving everybody a chance. Hey,
Well,
Torm.
I want to let it be known. Let's remember back. We gave Torm the choice.
Yeah, that's whenever he turned into a bitch and took Margash, right?
And that was the second time that he pulled us.
But I think the difference is that Atarkus, he had already been influenced by the original fate.
Everything has. This whole world has been tainted by it.
And I think what Atarkus is saying, he wants to remove that and then give them the choice. Without that influence, would that change anything? And if it wouldn't, clickety clock, here's my Glock, but I mean,
Okay,
I mean, I
But
think
what's
that
the
should
time
be plan
frame?
A. But
like, are you talking about trying this up until the door? Or is there a certain point where you will understand that this is an impossible task or it's like impossible in the time frame that we have and that we move on to trying something else that we need to do?
I don't know what to say. Because, like, I don't even have the basis. I just have the idea. Like, me and Amara talked a little bit about it last night, but it's an idea of an idea.
Maru, could you shed a little bit more light on y'all's conversation yesterday? Maybe a little clearer for the dumb ones? I'm the dumb one. I'm not.
Me too.
So the only place we really,
I'm cute though.
the idea that we came up with was to, Atark suggested starting by trying to influence Torm. I had an idea of, well, since we've known Torm, he's always been about the people. He's always defended people, right? Whether it's in his own way, whether we see it as right or wrong, right? He's always fought for the people. He rose up as a mortalist, became a god to defend the material plane. So I thought, what better way to just influence the people that influence the god?
But would that work? Because he's more. It wasn't so much the people as a dictatorship over the people.
I don't know. It's like Atark said, I got a piece of a part of the equation for all knowing. I don't know. And the part is that it has to do with the vision of Kylina and Farlow. Whatever Farlow fails to do fits into the equation of the overall answer. That's all I have.
Do we know what that plan is at that time?
No. I did tell Atark. Bray said it yesterday. We have a long time. I'm sure that vision will expand. And maybe we just don't have all the pieces to the answer yet. But I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, every day we could learn something new. I mean, and basically, Atark, what I was saying yesterday is like, I see the formation of your idea. This side of the group is looking for an answer now, when I feel like the answer is just going to steadily come. I mean, from what I've gathered of all knowing, every day could be an epiphany, right? Every day could be when you finally slot in a new variable that works or that you figure out. So you just planting the seed of the idea, like, I'm okay with this. I don't think that there's a reason why we should argue or get upset with one another. I see what you're trying to portray. And I think given time, these questions may be answered. At least some of them.
Real quick, while Bray is, as soon as Amar stops talking,
What's in his headphones? And
yeah, just shut that up. While he is listening to what Bray's saying, Farron, you can kind of feel like he kind of touches your hand for a minute, and like you can tell he's trying to like calm himself down from like letting his mind like spiral into the overthinking process of what all knowing can do.
I'll just grab your hand.
God, it's like I was dangling Coke in front of you, and like you're like, I'm trying, I'm sober, leave me alone.
I've been off of it.
But yeah, I mean, we don't need an answer now. We just don't. And I know that's hard to grasp and hard to gather, but it's also the truth, right?
I also like to play devil's advocate, so I'm going to be asking you some questions from a different angle a lot of the times, because I don't see things the way other people do. I didn't spend a lot of time with people, so most of my thoughts come from like reading books, and they act differently in books than y'all act by far. So I just want to get you thinking sometimes along the lines of the way my brain is going.
If this was me when we first got together, I would have said delete everything, kill everybody. I don't give two shits.
Yeah, I understood that better.
As Atark does say that, you guys can see Glenora as she gets up with a quick hand movement as her form just fades and disappears. Continue.
But I've said it before. Y'all have changed how I think or how I see things. Like, being with y'all has completely changed how I see everything. And now, sometimes I get that. It feels like we just kind of flip the script. Everybody else is like, kill everything that stands in front of us, and now I'm the one who's stuck with the, hey, we shouldn't do that, because y'all have made me realize I shouldn't do that, but now it seems like that's all we're doing, or wanting to do.
It is crazy that you bring that up, because during this conversation, I've been looking at you three, and I feel an exact contrast to where we were a few months ago. I am more, well, let's find an answer and let's do it as it comes. Things are going to change. Very much an argument that you laid out for me, Farron. And the conversation we had last night and to today was, you want a definite answer. And I do feel what Atark is saying, that as time has passed, we've all changed because of what we've done, seen, and influenced one another. I think it's interesting because I think this is how we learn more about one another, how we grow closer. Because honestly, I have more patience because of the things that you taught me, Farron. I'm more flexible because of how you are, Drew. I stress out about everything because of you, Skamos. I want to plan through everything like you, Maru. I think what Atark is saying is we've all grown, and it's funny that somehow some of us feel like we're looking into ourselves in the other ones. Or not, I don't know.
I neither need right now nor want definitive answers. I'm more interested in your head, everything works the way you want it to. How does it end? Is Torm walking through that door with us?
Not if we can remove the First Fate's influence and save the world.
Not even going through the door.
What?
Not even going through the door?
Us not going
Torm
through.
going through is with us, or is nobody going through?
No.
I understand
that
the
was my-
remove the influence and save the world.
I think
Yes.
What does saving the world mean to you? Do we go through the door and
Deleting
fix it?
Yes, going through the door and fixing it.
Yeah,
You guys,
I was going to
as-
say, I think we have to go through the door to remove the
I
fate.
agree.
As Bray is saying this, you guys can see Lavinia. She does stand up. Thank you. As she does dissipate from the domain.
I think no matter what happens, no matter what choice we end up with, we're going through the door. Like, I think if we want to remove the fate, we have to go through the door. I think if we want to start a
I
new
just want to clarify what you view. Is that part of your vision? Did you have some... The way you were making it sounded was that the door wasn't even involved. I just want to be clear that I'm misunderstanding that.
We still have to go through the door regardless.
Okay.
Is
We've been
Torm going through
specifically
the door with
told we
us?
have to do that.
Is Torm and the Dominion and everybody else who we changed their hearts going through the door with us? I'm not saying whether it's possible or not. I'm saying if that's your dream scenario.
Real quick on Schemos saying all this, I want to just focus on my mental connection with the Tart. And just kind of saying to him in that like 6-second conversation, hey, don't get overwhelmed. It's all right. I know it's a lot, but just process it like you talk to me. If you have to. This connection is just between me and you. This conversation's happening faster. Get your thoughts out to me if you need to.
In that 6 seconds, Bray will... Drew, do you have any 5s? In our 6-second link, we're playing Go Fish.
And like he's very much trying to give you time to like process and get your words out before answering Schemos' question.
In that 6 seconds, if we can't rewrite the rules, dream scenario, yeah. If we can remove the first fate's influence, dream scenario, yeah, they walk through the door. If we can't rewrite the rules, but that's dream scenario.
Understand?
So here we go.
This link is always open.
I appreciate it.
Will you speak up just a little bit more?
I appreciate it. All right. Back outside. Yes. Dream scenario. If we remove the first fate's influence and they are no longer bound by what's written, if we can't remove the rules, yes, dream scenario, everybody goes through the door.
What if, and I'm not trying to grill you, okay? I just want to challenge your thoughts. Let's go with Drothis as an example.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna kill that guy.
We remove the first fate's influence from him. He's no longer bound by the book.
I kill him.
He's still an evil person.
I kill him.
I'm not talking to you, Bray.
Oh, sorry.
No longer bound by what's written in the book and free choice, and he still chooses to be a douche, yeah, delete the dude. Like, shank that motherfucker in his throat because he's asking for it.
So where is the line?
I would just like to give them the choice.
Right. You give them choice, but if they don't choose correctly.
If they're asking to die, that's them.
So I think,
Like,
oh, go ahead.
said the choice is this may sound like me being a dick, or it may sound self-centered, but like, I understand evil's evil. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be there. It's going to exist. Like, that's understandable, but the way I'm seeing it is, if you're given a choice to fix the shit show that is your world, or stand to keep it the way it is, then you need to get the hell out of the way so we can fix it. Now, if you want to be evil and help us fix it, I mean, I'm cool with that. Because evil be evil. I get it. Like, you can't have one without the other. Like, I've said it before. Like, I understand. But if you're willing, even if you are evil, but you're willing to put that aside to help save your world, I'm cool with it.
So, what I'm hearing then, and correct me if I'm wrong. Well, no, okay. In my perfect scenario, I think it's almost identical to yours. But in mine, we go through the door. No one else does. We do. We remove the influence of the fate and just let the world continue. We strike and try to find balance because as of right now, obviously the balance is out of whack. There's more evil, right? Once we fix it, we're going to have to take time to try to move things back around and even the scales. That's one of the reasons why I took balance as my domain. Because I believe that if an evil being goes through, sure may help us with said removal of the first fate, but in doing so could also put seeds in that could sway the world in their favor. So, and I think what Farron's kind of questioning is like, whose morals are we using? Because, you know, we may remove the first fate's influence from, what was that devil that we murdered like immediately, and he had this like skull whip thing?
Orcus.
Yeah, like Orcus. So he may be incredibly evil, have the fate removed, still be evil. But if he were to go through the door with us, he would be trying to strike plans to act that out, and because he has a different moral code. So in my eyes, the perfect world is we go through, we somehow remove the fate, and then we travel the world and be like, hey bitch, how evil are you? We need to bring some balance to you because you're kind of taking over this area, and Jennifer down the block wants her farm back. Wants her farm back that her family owned for 150 years.
So the only thing, just for you, because you do know, should you enter the door, you probably couldn't just leave. Ever. You'd be stuck in the same situation that all of your fate buddies are stuck in.
Oh. Then we stay behind doors and we remove the fate and let the world find its balance. Because in my eyes, I think that the world naturally balances itself.
I disagree.
We can't like snipe people from in there.
Even if we go through the door, move all the influence of fate, and just let it play out, that will never balance things. An entire history of beings and things that benefited from the script will continue to benefit because they're already in the favorable position. Beings and things that were harmed by the script will continue to. Just removing it does not balance things out.
Well, then maybe we remove the fate and we create the balance and then let it go.
And at what point are we just creating a new world?
I think what, but okay, so I agree, but we've already stated that in our world, it's the people, it's the beings that matter. So while sure we would be changing the world and the makeup of power and the balance of powers, right? The souls would still be there. The beings would still be there, released of their bond to the original fate. Once we strike balance in the world, those beings go.
So hear me out.
No. I'm just...
Perfect. Maybe we're getting a little too lost in the weeds here. I don't think any of us are the type of person to play judge, jury, and executioner. You're not. There is no way that we can ensure that this world continues on in a trajectory because it's already been influenced. And even if we remove that influence, like what Skamos was saying, they already have forward momentum. The people in a good position are going to remain in a good position. But we don't want to erase the world because we don't want to get rid of the potential of the people that are here or the potential of like the world itself, right? So we remove the influence, we make it through the door, whatever. Why don't we just restart the world? That way all of that potential is there minus the influence. And then the world can balance itself. Because it's starting from scratch, but it's not a different world.
And so turn it off and turn it back on again.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. Because like that was Farron, that was my thought. Like, you know how we took Zelvin and we basically put it into the bubble, right? And the bubble's here.
Correct.
While everything else is happening to the world, then eventually Zelvin's going to go back, right?
Okay,
Possibly.
maybe.
So like in my eyes, that's what I feel like doing with the beings. Like plugging
That
them
is
out,
not what I was insinuating.
fixing the world, resetting it. And then like, oh,
But those people would still have the forward momentum of wherever they were set in life. You can't just take a person out and then put them back. They're going to remember.
oh no. I'm saying like the souls. And then whenever we start over, the souls enter into basically newborn bodies or whatever.
If we just
And we started it.
if we restart it, the souls are already there. The potential is already there. It's already written, right?
So they'll just like, as beings are made, the souls will just into a new being, and then the world will just go without the influence. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm game. That sounds good to me. That's the plan. Let's
just
go with it. Write it on the wall.
Cut the check.
Listen, I'm trying to become better at being able to have my views challenged. I know I have played a pivotal role in challenging everybody else's views here. But I
I'd
don't
like to challenge
go for it.
now.
Wrong. Just kidding.
Well, now, with your thought process, I understand where you're coming from. As selfish as this sounds, I don't like it just for the fact that now Lareth and Margash don't exist.
But they will.
They won't. Because me and Skamos will never exist in that world.
But are they a soul? Would they be born into a new being?
Astorians and half Astorians aside, everybody here that exists won't exist.
I'm confused.
If we restart
I'm
things
also
from the
confused.
beginning without the script, not to get too deep into the butterfly effect, but not a single person in this city or in the material plane or anywhere else in the world will exist, at least in the same capacity. Generations and centuries of life between a script and free will are going to be infinitely different.
Wait. I have one.
I mean, it's going to be a different stew, but it's all the same ingredients.
As you say, wait, I have one. You can see Chaltel stands and is eyeing you intently for what you're about to say.
I have an idea. Okay. Wait. Okay, we got a time god, right? Okay. Can you think of a time in your life that things seemed relatively balanced?
No.
No.
Fuck, my idea goes out the window. What I was saying is that we could. Okay, my thought process was Skamos go through, or we go through once we go through the room. Find a point in life, in this world, where it was as balanced as we could get it. And revert the universe back to that time without moving forward from that moment in time. Removing the fate's influence and letting the world be.
I objectively believe that there's never been a point in this existence where things have been balanced. The fate has been losing it long since before he created this existence. From what I'm seeing, whatever semantic or form this change takes place, it seems to me the greatest divide is whether we want the people that exist here and now to continue to exist, or if we want to make sure the current systems of oppression are toppled. And they won't coexist.
You think that there is no point in existence or point to be generated where those two things exist
I do not.
together. I mean, I understand everybody's point, to be honest.
Your working theories are commendable. Thank you for your time. As you guys can see, Chaltel as his form fades.
You know what that tells me? I think I'm starting to understand Chaltel. Amaro, you're probably going to tell me that I'm wrong, but I think that tells me, and that tells us that we're on the right track. We don't have to necessarily solve each other's problems, just understand from the perspective that we're bringing. And as we move forward collectively, we may find one. Right? Because if Chalto said working theories are commendable, I mean, I feel like that's, hey, you got a B+.
And
working
I feel like
towards it.
we are getting back into the problems that we won't be able to solve until we're through the door. But
As Skamos does say this, just bouncing off what Bray said, Chalto left because you are at that point. Past here, it's speculation and useless variables. Especially from the last conversation, a lot of it's been morality, which is another useless variable. It's probably just done listening. There's no further information to learn here.
I want to go back a little bit to talk. When I asked you about your dream scenario. My dream scenario, if I'm being honest, I'm sick of looking at people that have committed atrocities to us and forgiving them. I want Torm dead. Take his power, yes, let's do it.
I can't believe
Not here to save lives at this point.
On that, so everybody has a moment to think, let's go ahead and take our break. Or, I'm sorry, this will be the end of part 1. Ricky, do your job.